About 2 months ago, my sleep quality took a big dip. Now, I'm someone who sleeps very well, at least compared to everyone else I know. I can fall asleep quickly, I can wake up quickly. So when I start experiencing chronically bad sleep, I know that means there's something wrong. But I've been getting better recently, and I'll tell you how. But before I do, I want to make you a promise. I promise you that the way to get good sleep isn't some supplement, isn't some perfectly optimal morning and night routine, and it isn't some hypnotic, like Marine soldier breathing pattern. It is much more simple. A couple of years ago, I moved out of my parents' house for the first time. That was probably the worst 6 months of consistent sleep I've ever gotten. I was either not sleeping or I was waking up consistently through the night with vivid nightmares. Usually of someone breaking into my new house, or I don't even know, just I was not well, and it made me feel very unsafe at night. And like I said at the beginning, I've again started experiencing chronically bad sleep for the past few months. And that's, mostly because I have some upcoming life changes and I feel stressed. I feel chaotic. So when I lay down to rest, my brain is confused on why I am trying to act safe when I am not. You see, when humans evolved, we did not have perfectly safe homes, we did not have perfectly comfortable beds, we did not have perfectly comfortable routines, and yet we were able to get the rest we needed to function. And the reason why is simple. We have two systems in our body. One is called the fight or flight system. I'm sure everyone knows about that one. It's kind of like when you get scared or when your adrenaline jumps up, you either need to fight whatever caused the adrenaline spike to happen or you need to flee from it. Right? That's how we survived. But then there's a second system a lot of people seem to forget about, and that is the feed and breed system. Basically, meaning when you get super comfortable and you're relaxed and you feel safe enough to eat and to, you know. And so when you're trying to sleep at night and you can't, and you chronically can't for weeks on end, that is because your brain is convinced that you are in danger. It is not a safe time to settle down and eat. It is not a safe time to make love. It is not a safe time to sleep. So you need to convince your mind that you are safe. Now, when you have sort of a looming change in the future, or you're just in a completely new situation, it is completely normal and it is completely okay to experience this fight or flight symptoms. But if you miss out on sleep consistently, it's only going to get worse. So when nighttime comes, it's important to relax. Now, how do you relax when you have something just on your mind constantly? And the answer is simple, but you're probably not going to like it. You need to embrace a new life philosophy because your issues aren't going to go away. Your stressful job isn't suddenly going to get 100 times better. You're not magically going to be able to ignore the problem or ignore whatever is on your mind constantly. You need a transformative life philosophy. Now, I'm not going to tell you which philosophy to pick. The one I decided to go with, I'm sure you can already guess, was Stoicism. Now, the reason I enjoy this one, and I would recommend that whatever philosophy you pick, it goes along these similar lines, is that philosophy has this fundamental principle. I said philosophy, I meant Stoicism. Stoicism has this fundamental principle that the morality of your character will forever matter the most, not your situation. And this concept gives me a lot of comfort. And it helps me to sleep at night because no matter what situation I am in, if I am confident in where my character is at or where my character is progressing, because I'm not always happy where my character is at, but if I'm comfortable with where my character is progressing, I can sleep peacefully knowing that no matter what happens outside of me, I will be okay. There's this passage in the Bible, not to get too religious on you, but there's this passage in the Bible where Jesus tells his followers, "Come unto me, for my burden is easy and my yoke is light." Or my yoke is easy and my burden is light, something like that. And this is interesting, even if you're not religious, because Jesus Christ, either as a person or as a character, was predetermined to carry on the weight of the world, right? The heaviest burden that any fiction has ever written or any fact has ever existed, whatever you believe. He had to carry the heaviest burden to ever have been written down on paper. Now, why would someone who had to carry the heaviest burden ever say that my yoke is easy and my burden is light? It's because his character, no matter what he suffered through and no matter what situation he entered, he knew his character would be okay. Now, this doesn't mean he slept perfectly at night, right? Because the outside world will still affect you. But I promise if you focus on developing your heart and your mind, and you are confident in the upward trajectory you are going on, you will sleep so much better. Thank you for listening. I would like to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so please subscribe. Thank you.